Experience 21st century learning. Experience friendships that last a lifetime. Experience the world through international opportunities at West Virginia State University. Experience a dynamic learning environment with over 80 areas of study, intimate class sizes, and affordable tuition. West Virginia State University. Experience the power of education.
These things we count on every day started as ideas. Ideas from the minds of African Americans. Support minority education today so we don't miss out on the next big idea tomorrow. The United Negro College Fund. A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Welcome back to the Coach's Corner. We are joined now by pitcher Alex Gale. Alex, thanks for coming on the show.
It's nice to be here. Thanks for having me.
No problem. I think you're 3-0 now on the season. You're a pitcher from Canada, and we got to talk about how you made the transition from Canada to community college in the States to come into West Virginia State. So talk about, first of all, where you're from in Canada.
I'm from Toronto, Ontario. It's right up above Niagara Falls, and I've always played baseball during the summers when I'm back at home, especially through high school and later into my life. And then I got the opportunity through a friend who I played high school baseball with. He went down to a visit at the JUCO I was at, and I went down with him, and they took a look and were interested. And then when I got done with my 2 years there, the head coach actually coached. His previous job was in the WVSU, and he coached against Cal. So when I was looking for another place to go and continue playing baseball, I talked to him, and he recommended a couple schools, and then I got in touch with Cal, and it kind of came together that I had an opportunity to come here and, continue my baseball career, I guess.
And you talked about how you made the decision to come to West Virginia State. Just kind of tell us about that. I know Cal Bailey is someone that you really had a lot of respect for.
Yeah, it kind of was an easy choice. When I looked at the opportunities I had, there was a couple schools I could go to, and I mean the record and I guess baseball feel here at West Virginia State, just talking to Cal on the phone and getting to know him and what is expected. It's an environment where you come to win games, and being an older player starting to finish my college career, I wanted to go to a place where I could, have an impact and actually be part of a winning program.
Now, you came here to West Virginia State last year as a junior. How was that transition for you? Now you're your second year. How has that been for you?
It's really been good. It's nice to get a feel for the conference and how you pitch. I mean, obviously coming from JUCO, it's a bit different baseball, and West Virginia is different from Iowa, and just getting settled and getting to know the people and the coaches and having a little bit more comfort level, I guess, here at State and being on the campus and just feeling more at home here has really helped my pitching and stuff like that. Especially I start to know the hitters and know what I have to do to get the outs and who you can look to and all that stuff on the team.
Now, let's kind of go into what are all the pitches that you throw?
I throw 4 pitches, a 4-seam fastball, and then a changeup, a curveball, and a slider. And, I mean, I'd probably say that the slider's the go-to pitch for me when I need to get someone out or a ground ball. But really, I'd say as a pitcher, the key is just mix and match. If you can get more than 1 or 2 pitches over the plate, it can obviously keep hitters off balance, and you can really be effective out there, because if you're not throwing strikes, then they don't have to worry about any of your pitches, no matter how good they are.
Yeah, and this who calls the pitches for you out there?
At least now, early in the season, it's generally the catcher that's calling the pitches. The guy that usually catches me is Jeremy Fisher, and he's a senior as well. So he caught me a lot last year, so we've kind of gotten to know each other and get a feel. But I'd say in the end, I mean, the decision has to come down to me, as I'm the one on the mound, and I want to be comfortable throwing what I need to throw.
Now we go into a little bit on Tuesday. You had a good game. You pitched, I think, 3 innings, and only gave up 1 run, and it was a good outing going against Fairmont State. Fairmont, as they got a good leadoff hitter, a couple other good batters in their lineup. So talk about how you wanted to attack them yesterday.
Well, I was lucky enough to pitch the second game, so I got to watch one of our pitchers throw against them, and we could see kind of some of what you wanted to do against certain hitters. But yeah, they had a lot of speed in their lineup, so it was kind of about keeping the ball down and getting them to put the ball into play where our defenders could, make a solid out. I threw a fair amount of change-ups just because in the first game they were swinging aggressively at early pitches, especially our first pitcher's change-up. So I tried to copy his model for success and just get outs. And as you said, we only gave up 1 run, even though there was a couple iffy situations. But overall, I was happy, and it's kind of a work in progress because it's still early in the season. So it's nice to be feeling like you're going in the right direction.
All right. Now, you talked about how you mix pitches up. How big of an advantage is that when you are pitching in the second game of a doubleheader as the pitcher to be able to sit back and watch the tendencies of the players in game 1?
I mean, obviously, anytime as a pitcher you get a chance to look and study hitters before you have to go onto the mound, it's a huge advantage because I get to see tendencies, what they like. I get to sit there and talk with Cal and Sean and any of the coaches that I may have a question for about if someone's dropping their back shoulder or stepping in a hole and leaning into their pitches, so I can kind of get an idea what I might want to do and have a bit of a game plan. Because we always have a semi-game plan from our charts and our books about what guys might do, but it's one thing to look at a piece of paper and say, this guy likes to go the opposite way. It's another thing to sit there and watch him swing for 3 at-bats and know, okay, this is what I want to do to this specific guy. So it's nice. I mean, either way, but it's just a little bit of an extra advantage, and you'll take anything you can get, I guess, when you're out on the mound.
Yeah, absolutely. We gotta talk about the other Canadian on the team, Jeremy Goodall. Came in relief for you yesterday. Pitched 3 solid innings in the victory in Game 2, and he kind of followed you down here. He went to the same. He was from a different area in Canada. Played at the same community college at Muscatine in Iowa. Was there any kind of communication between the two of you to try to get him to come down here?
Yeah, we talked once or twice. I mean, as you said, he went to my JUCO, and he did really well when he was there with us. So when Cal asked me about anyone from my JUCO or that area that we might be interested in bringing in, I recommended Goodall just because I knew him, and we'd spent a decent amount of time. Obviously, when you're on a team together, you're all around each other all the time, and he's a good guy and a solid pitcher, and I figured he could help the team, and can never have enough Canadians, I figure.
We got to talk about Evan Kendall. He came in yesterday and closed that game out in Game 2, and it's just got to be nice to start a game and know that if you go into that 7th inning with the lead, you got a guy like him to come in there.
Yeah, it's a big comfort just on your mind, because the worst part of the game is once you're pulled sitting there with, especially, yesterday, for example, we're up 2-1, and it's just nice to know that there's someone at the end of the game that you can go to and be confident that they're going to go out and perform no matter what the situation is. Because, I mean, I'd say closing is probably the hardest role in baseball. Just you're never going to go out and have an easy outing. I mean, that's the end of the game. It's on the line, and somehow I feel in baseball when it's a close game, it's always going to be the 3, 4, 5 hitters up there that he's going to have to go out there and face, and he's just done an amazing job for us, and it's probably held me to a couple of these wins where it's just, as you said, it's nice to have someone at the end of the game who you can completely trust and have no worries about, where you feel completely comfortable sitting on the bench when they go out there.
Well, thanks for coming on the show, Alex. It's been great to have you, and continue your success this season in your senior year.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
No problem. Okay, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we will be joined by Jeremy Goodall, pitcher from Canada, like Alex here for West Virginia State.